Good afternoon to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another American Spaces virtual session. As you might have seen in the posters, today we are going to be sharing tips on how to write a resume, or maybe to those who don't know what a resume is, today you get to know what it is. I am speaking on behalf of American Spaces. I am Pirinhlan Hlakama. We'd like to thank you for the support before we start. I see that we have reached 2K members in our Facebook private group. Thank you so much for your support. Please continue to engage with us and continue to support our programs. To start off my presentation today, as I said, I am Pirinhlan from American Spaces. Some of you may ask themselves what a resume is. Well, a resume is a personal summary of your professional history and qualifications. Its purpose is to help you to get a job, or rather to make it to an interview. So these are the things that are entailed in a resume. There's a professional experience, there's a education status, you can write your additional skills, your honors and publications, or you can include your activities or interests. Now, these are resume guidelines that we'd like to share. The length of the resume can vary depending on the standard practice in your country, industry, targeted company. For the American and international companies, for example, the best is to write your resume into one type page. You can go up to 2 pages if you include your publications or what you have written. It's also wise to begin with your name, address, email, and phone number, because this makes it easy for potential employers to actually contact you. Also, the layout of your resume should be clean and easy to read. That means your spacing should be of a good amount. There should be like a good amount of white space in your resume. So now I have 3 formats that I like to share of a resume. The first one is the chronological. We also have functional, and then the last one is the combination of the 2. So with the chronological, which is the most common type of resume, you start by listing your work history with the most recent position listed first, obviously, and then with the functional one, you focus on the skills and experience rather than just listing the chronological work history. So this one is most often used by people who are changing careers or who have gaps in employment history. And then the last one is the combination of the 2, which allows you to highlight the skills that are relevant to the job that you're applying for, and to actually provide your chronological history. So some of you normally have one CV for any job application, or maybe if you see a job advert, you just send your resume through. I'd like to advise today that a resume is not a one-size-fits-all. So it is best to tailor your resume for the specific job opportunity that you're applying for. It's helpful to address points raised in the job advertisement. For example, there are desired qualifications and skills that the employer normally displays in the advert, or they can also write the key values, and that's when you can actually pick words that you can use to come up with your resume. And you can also look at the company website and articles written about the company for more information, so that you get to understand the organization or the company better and align your resume with the company that you're applying for, or with the company that you're applying to. So another thing, it's best you decide which resume format is best for you and also for the particular job opportunity that you are applying for. All right. Another thing, it is also recommendable for you to use accomplishment statements when you're writing your resume. In your professional work experience, you should write accomplishment statements that will actually attract the employer. You can use, for example, you can write you reduced overall purchasing costs by 25% in 2016 or whatever year by implementing Project X. Another example can be you recruited, screened, hired 10 technical engineer for startup company. Also, you can write successfully organized teams in maybe 9 months, exceeding expectations and allowing company to launch new products in 4 months, earlier than expected. Those words actually show that you have results in your work experience. So now, another thing, also make use of action words. For example, if you lead a project, you can write words like headed, organized, oversaw, planned, and produced. If maybe you develop or created a project or program, you can write words like built, created, designed, developed. If you save the company time or money, you can write consolidated, decreased, reduced, or diagnosed. Those words type of like show the efforts that you put really in making the job a success in your portfolio. All right. Another thing, when it comes to personal information, I know I said you should write your name, your address, and your contact details at the beginning, but maybe for personal information like photos, marital status, pregnancy plans, and number of children or nationality, it might not be like close to relevance for some resumes. For example, in the United States, resumes do not include such information. Reason being that there are equal employment opportunity laws that prohibit employment decisions based on these factors. So it might not be recommendable for you to write that, because even with the selection process, most employers don't choose it because they do not want to discriminate their employees. All right, I have come to the end of my presentation. Tips, any questions? All right, looks like I do not have questions on Facebook and via chat. So good luck to anyone who is writing a resume or developing their resume. I hope these tips will help you actually beef up your resume, or maybe give you tips on how to start off going about writing a resume. We promise you that another session will come to follow up this, and we'll probably give you examples thereafter of maybe formats that are there and how you can go about structuring your resume practically. Okay, coming through to our Facebook group, we are going to be having a scavenger hunt, more like a competition where you are going to win prizes from American Spaces. So we'll be posting questions for you to answer in the Facebook group, and then you'll get the details, obviously, of how you have to go about with the hunt, bring up the answers, and then the winners will get prizes, branded merchandise of American Spaces programs material. So all the best in the scavenger hunt, and please do participate. We'll appreciate if you participate, and good luck to the winners. Thank you so much.